All right, we'll see if we can get a couple more people in here. I'll give it a couple minutes, y'all. If anyone's watching, I usually wait about 2 minutes before I go into my spiel. We're going to talk about Donald Trump on today's live. I'm noticing that a lot of my subscribers are followers of Donald Trump. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, y'all. In no way am I saying that it's a bad thing, all right? Everyone's free to choose whatever they want to choose. I don't try to steer nobody in no direction. I don't try to make nobody be a part of any side. I'm just here to bring information, just to share the information, all right? We almost 2 minutes in now. You see the algorithm ain't popping for me today. All right, we're gonna run it anyway. I'm gonna run it. We're gonna talk to Ish, all right? So, Donald Trump supporters, all right? I know y'all remember the whole Q thing, where we go one, we go all, right? Enjoy the show, get your popcorn ready. Y'all remember all that, right? Because I certainly do. So, many of y'all, all right, are very familiar with the events that led up to 2020, all right? And if you're not familiar with Event 201, well, we're going to break it down. I'm going to talk about it, all right? Now, Event 201, this was a simulation ran by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, all right? In 2019, October to be exact, of 2019, they ran Event 201, all right? Which was, of course, the simulation. It was a simulation, right? But in this simulation, they simulated a pandemic. They simulated what would happen in case of an insurrection, which ended up happening, right? The pandemic happened. Event 201, all right? They told us it was going to happen before it happened in 2019. There was other people just like myself screaming it from the rooftops on YouTube, telling people, hey, they're about to spin the block. They're about to do some crazy shit to us. Be prepared. We were called conspiracy theorists and whatnot, all right? They continued calling us conspiracy theorists. But the information is there, y'all. Event 201, all right? Now, what we want to talk about is Donald Trump, okay? Because I see a lot of my subscribers, they rocking with Trump hard, all right? And they really, really root for him. Which is nothing wrong with that. Root for who you want to root for. But if you know all the information, then there's no excuses after that, all right? So we have Event 201. We just discussed that, all right? The simulation where they simulated the pandemic, sponsored by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, all right? And now we're going to talk about Q. Y'all remember Q, right? This was Donald Trump's movement all over 8chan. It was everywhere. People were giving the whole spiel of where we go one, we go all. People were riding that wave hard, all right? Now, how did Q start? You don't know how Q started? All right, I'm going to tell you how Q started, all right? After the 9/11 attacks happened, allegedly, there was 200 military generals who were tired and fed up with the shit. So they decided they were going to start their whole little secret government, right? Their shadow government, in order to bring down the cabal, or whatever you want to call it. Those are the powers that shouldn't be. The people running the world. This is how they started. This is their origin story, all right? They started off with 200 military generals. And they said, we need to recruit one person, right? We need to recruit one person so we can complete this thing and we can save the world type shit. This was the story of Q. This is the origin of Q, all right? What a coincidence, y'all. 200 military generals recruited one person, which was Donald Trump. And lo and behold, you have 201, 201. Now, if you're like myself, You don't believe in coincidences, right? You don't believe there's no such thing. This shit's all planned. It's all premeditated. So I want you to tell me how it is that there's Event 201, which simulated the pandemic that was going to happen, right? And then you got Q, 200 military generals recruited one person, Donald Trump. 201, y'all. It's right there in your face. It's been there the whole time. Now, I know a lot of y'all rock with Trump. I know y'all do. I know my subscribers. I see my people commenting, saying certain things, right? And people probably think that I'm some type of conservative, or look, I'm not a liberal. I'm not a conservative. I'm not an independent. I completely stay away from the politics, all right? I stay away from them all the way. It always causes drama. It always starts shit. And quite frankly, I don't trust none of them, all right? None of them. Government. To govern one's mental, all right? It's right there in the damn word, government. To govern your mental. It's right there in the word, y'all. So you can't make this shit up. We go back, all right? Let's backtrack. Event 201. And if you didn't know about Event 201, the information is there online, y'all. The information is right there, all right? Event 201. Then you got Q. Q, with the whole Donald Trump movement. You had 200 military generals going to recruit one person to help save the world, right? 201. The shit's been right there in your face the whole time, y'all. And you're not wrong for believing in anything, or believing in somebody to come. What's this, Kitty? Hey, what's up, Kitty K Lovely? You right, 201. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I've been trying to tell people about this. I've gotten a strike on my channel before for talking about the same exact shit I'm talking about right now. But I said, let me see if I go live, that maybe it'd be different, right? Maybe I won't get a strike this time. But they striked my shit last time for talking about Event 201 and trying to make the correlation between Q, which the correlation is there, right? There's no denying it. How do you have 201 and then 201? You know how these people play with their numbers? They got to let us know so they don't get their karmic retribution in the shadow world or the spiritual world, wherever the fuck it is, right? Because you can miss me with that karma shit, y'all. I'm starting to believe that this karma, it's just a word. Karma's just a word, y'all. Because we don't know what happens in the afterlife. We don't know. So all these people who hurt children, who molest children, who do all this nasty shit to children, people always say karma's going to get them. Karma's going to get them. But they be living luxurious lifestyles, right? Doing bad shit. And then people will say karma's going to get them whenever they pass away. You don't know that. We don't know that. We have no fucking idea whether or not karma's going to get somebody or not. So people saying that shit, it really just like, it's like a pet peeve of mine now. When I hear people say, man, karma's going to get, man, well, fuck. The good people suffer. The bad people, they don't suffer, right? They prosper, as a matter of fact. People who do bad shit seem to prosper all the time. And nobody can tell me that they're going to get karma in the afterlife if we have no fucking idea what happens in the afterlife. We have no clue. So it sounds good. It sounds right. But to be honest and keep it real, we have no idea whether or not these people are going to suffer or not. I don't know if reincarnation is real. I don't know what happens whenever people pass away. But I can guarantee you that there's people out here who hurt children and do bad shit to children. Look at P. Diddy, y'all. Look at P. Diddy. I'm gonna say it right here now on this live, all right? I don't think he's gonna get locked up. I don't think he's gonna have to go do no time, nothing crazy like that. And if he does, the man got enough money to buy a fucking clone of himself, right? We know they're cloning people. We know this already. They've been doing it. For many, many years, they've been cloning people. They have a damn facility called Clonaid where they do it. So it's very possible that the man could have bought somebody to make himself, or bought someone that looked like him, or paid somebody that looked like him to go in there and do the time for him. How is that karma? How is that karma getting him? Now, I would like to believe that maybe there is a place for people like that, that they go somewhere whenever they pass away, and they do have to go suffer. But you can miss me with that lake of fire bullshit, y'all. I'm not buying it. I don't buy it. The one thing I do know, the information is there. All right. Event 201, sponsored by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Then you got Q. All right. Where we go one, we go all. Started with 200 military generals. They recruited one person, which was Donald Trump, to allegedly, I'm doing air quotes, allegedly, all right, save the world. Event 201, Q, 201 people. It's not a coincidence, y'all. It was all by design to show us in our faces what they're going to do, how they're going to do it, when they're going to do it, right? This is how these people operate. They have to let us know what they're going to do before they do it, because in their minds, they suffer no type of karmic retribution. They get off scot-free if they let the sheep know, we're going to poison you, we're going to depopulate you, you agree to it, you're fine with it, so nothing happens to them, right? They might trick us, right? That trickology bullshit, they will trick us. But same shit, they still let us know. They're still warning us. They tell us in The Simpsons, they tell us in movies, all the predictive programming, it's all there. They let us know what they're going to do before they do it. Just like they let us know what they were going to do before 2020, they told us in 2019, October of 2019, they put out the entire simulation, Event 201, and let people know what was going to happen. And I remember this like it was yesterday, y'all, because that was good content. That made for good content. Like, hey, look, Event 201, y'all, they're simulating the fucking pandemic. They're simulating an insurrection. What would happen in case a president didn't want to get off the seat and give it to the next person? They simulated that shit. And in the very next year, it happened. All right? Q 201, Event 201. It's too close, y'all. It's too close. There's sometimes, maybe some shit may be a coincidence here and there. Maybe, all right? It's possible. But in these people's world, how they operate, ain't no coincidences, y'all. They know what they're doing. It's all by design. Excuse me. When I light my cigarette. Now, I know these things are bad for you. And I got babies. So trust me when I say, I don't like smoking, but I can't stop. I'm trying, though. I'm making an effort. Ain't nobody want to rebuttal? Anybody want to say anything? Or maybe tell me that I'm wrong? Or tell me that I'm reaching? Now's your chance, y'all. Everyone's welcome here. So if you got anything to say about it, shoot. Leave a comment right here. I'll read it out loud. And if I feel like you may be on the right track and I'm wrong, then hey, I'm a man. I take accountability. I will admit when I'm wrong. But we weren't wrong in 2019 when they simulated the pandemic, right? It happened. They doing one for 2030. All right. The World Economic Forum is doing one for 2030. Your boy Elon Musk is a disciple of Klaus Schwab, who runs the World Economic Forum. Elon Musk, which is now Donald Trump's right-hand man, is a disciple of Klaus Schwab. All right. If y'all don't know who he is, go look into him, right? He's all about the depopulation. All about it. Spelman College. All right, is named after a Rockefeller's wife, Laura Spelman, okay? And these people are 100% into depopulation. 100%. There's no denying it. This message is held for review. We got somebody saying bad? Shut up, boy. We'll show your message. You ain't gotta hide your message. Don't speak of the I. Who's the I, sir? Who's the I? Justin Royston? Who would that be? Because we don't know who you're talking about. The one? Who's that? Your Lord and Savior, Donald Trump? Is that who that is? The one? The fathers. Boy, you probably a little kid playing around the internet. You best to stop before you get in trouble, all right? This ain't the place to do that. We don't have any fathers that we I got one father, bro. One dad. One biological father. All right? He's no longer with us. So ain't nobody else I'm calling father or daddy. All right? Fallen sons of the Rockefellers. I don't know. I think the only way they can continue their evilness is the continuation of their avatar. That's why they need to perfect the download of their consciousness into robots. You know what, Kitty? I believe that. I believe that they have the technology to transfer their consciousness into another body. So I believe that these people who live all these years, who get very old and got all this money, like the Queen, right? You know, like the Queen. I feel like she might have been able to do that. They can download their consciousness on a damn computer and put it into someone else. And you know what's crazy is how they use the numbers, the numerology, right? If y'all know about gematria, then you know what I'm talking about. But the numbers, it will say it right there in the numbers. Like, I've done it on myself, right? I've ran a numerology, the whole, you know how people do the astrology readings and numerology readings? I know how to do all that shit, all right? I don't advertise it, right? Because it's not something that I do. But whatever system and the way that they do it, I know how to do it the same way. And I ran it on myself. And if I tell you what's crazy, there is this man, all right? The day I was born, this billionaire man died, right? And me and his name will match up in the numerology with gematria. And I mean all the way across the board in every single cipher. And this shit got me thinking. I'm like, damn, man, are these people really playing a sick game? That, you know, like the game The Sims, they're able to transfer their consciousness or download it and put it into someone else, then come back into this world and reincarnate and live into somebody else right after they die. Because why would me and this person match up in every single cipher in the gematria calculator? This billionaire who died on the same day I was born. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. And you know, I found that out. I did a numerology reading on myself. And you will find some shit out, right? You'll find a couple things out. But these people on the YouTube now, they just a bunch of fucking con artists. A bunch of fucking con artists. I know y'all see that GG33 guy and all these other people doing numerology and astrology readings. Some of them are accurate. There's some that are accurate. You just said that there are no coincidences. Exactly. Exactly, right? But it's just something it's hard for me to believe. It's really something that's a hard pill to swallow. When I'm looking it up and I'm like, damn, man, like, could it fucking be? But if it is, it's like, damn, break your boy off, right? He died as a billionaire. And then how you gonna transfer your consciousness to someone and live in the damn hood? Like, that don't make no sense. Come on, bro. You could have left some money behind or something behind so I can live lavish like you was living. But it's all good. It's all good. I just wanted to come on here and talk a little bit of shit. Oh, I timed that dumbass out. Oh, well, thank you, Conspiracy's wife. I did LSD the other day and spoke to your mother. He said and spoke to your mother. People are stupid. But like I was saying, y'all, there's no coincidence, all right? So if event 201 and Q is 201, you got to call a spade, all right? I don't tell people this to burst bubbles. I don't try to make anybody feel bad about things that they believe in. But y'all have to lift the veil from your eyes, right? You got to lift the veil. Donald Trump is not going to save us, all right? He's not going to save us. Now, this is my opinion, all right? This is my opinion. But he's helping to bring along the one world government, all right? They're not stopping. There is nobody throwing a wrench into their operation. There is nobody coming from the DC universe or anywhere. There's no Avengers coming to help us. Nobody's coming to help us, y'all. And we sit back and then we relax because people start to think, oh, somebody's in office now. This person's going to definitely save the world. He's going to do it. This man's going to do it. Come on, y'all. We've been bamboozled every fucking election. We've been bamboozled. What's different with this one? All of a sudden, we're not going to be bamboozled? The people? We the people? Come on now. No one's gonna come save us, y'all. There's only one way. There's only one way. And that's if all of us come together and start making noise. That's it. If all the people in the United States of America could somehow, we don't even need all the people, right? At least 60% of the people, more than half. If we can get 60% of the people to jump on board and we start fighting back, man, we'll have this country turn around in no time. You know? We wouldn't be paying no. We wouldn't have to pay to fucking get a driver's license plate, registration, inspection sticker. We wouldn't have to pay for electricity, for fucking fossil fuels, for this damn gas that they charge us for. We wouldn't have to pay for none of this shit at all. You think these people ain't figured out free electricity yet? Y'all really believe these people ain't figured that out? They definitely have it, y'all. They definitely do. What you see here? Maybe there are glitches that can happen that inhibits the wealth transfer aspect. Time has sped up, hence the rush in perfecting the download process. It does seem like shit's sped up, right? And I would say maybe they are trying to hurry up and figure this out. Like the whole get into Mars thing, right? Why are they all of a sudden pushing that agenda? Like, what's up with the Mars thing? You ask me, I don't buy none of it, right? I don't believe none of it. Because now we know that everything is inverted. What's up is down, what's down is up when it comes to these people, right? So for me, it just tells me that every single thing that they taught us in school, everything was a fucking lie, right? Everything was a fucking lie. Of course, there's shit like math. There's stuff like math. You know, you can't deny the numbers. There's science projects and stuff that we did. Yeah, what was the point of lying to us about that, right? I'm talking about the history of America, how it was founded. We know that they lied about all of that. So why is it that people still continue to defend the lie, or will tell me like the whole earth being flat around, right? Let me tell you something. Look, I have no fucking idea whether or not the earth is flat around. All right. I just know that they lied to us about the fucking shape of the earth in the beginning, from the get-go. They lied to us about it. So I'm not gonna fucking continue trying to debate people or go back and it was all to keep us ignorant. Exactly. 100%. When they ask what's the reason for lying about that, to keep us all fucking ignorant so we can continue being good little slaves and doing what they want us to do, right? They can't have chaos with the people because we tear this shit up. They know we got the numbers and we will tear this shit up. If the people came together, right? A group of people came together, that's their biggest fear, is we the people coming together and fighting back against them, because we can win. They know we can win. I try to believe in prophecies. I try to believe in all that shit, right? But I went through all the rabbit holes, y'all. Through all of them. Or not, maybe not all of them, right? But all the big rabbit holes, the conspiracy theories, all of that shit. I've went down all of them. I've read several Bibles. I mean several, all right? And I don't just say this shit to say it, right? I don't be out here quoting scripture and doing stuff like that. Like, for what? But I could if I wanted to. Like, I legitimately could. And it's like, damn, why would they continue to? It's obvious why, right? They got to keep up the lie. They have to. If not, the people will rebel and we get our country back. That's the only way we stay slaves. Y'all might not think we're slaves, but we're slaves. We're slaves. You can't go and leave the country just like that freely. You can't just do that, right? You want to go, there's this proper avenues you got to take in order for you to, get your passport and all that. But we shouldn't have to do none of that shit. We should not have to get this privilege to drive. That's a privilege. You know that, right? It's a privilege. Then you got to go get a license, driver's license. You got to go take the test. You got to pay for the test. You got to pay for the license. You got to pay to put registration on your car. Your car has to pass inspection. You got to pay for all this shit. We pay taxes on money that we earn. We pay state tax. We pay federal income tax. We pay a sales tax on every item in the store that you want to buy. You get taxed for it. Taxes are a contribution or a gift, y'all. It's a contribution or a fucking gift. So it tells you right there. But there's not enough of us to be able to buck the system. There's just not. People are scared because people do go to jail for tax fraud. People do get locked up, go away for many, many years. So I get it. I understand. People are scared. I'm just one of those people who I don't give a fuck, right? I cannot stand the government anymore. I despise them. So I guess you could say I'm like a martyr, right? A revolutionary, because I'm one of the ones who's with the shit. Whatever it takes. If we have to die for this shit, then we're going to die for it. Because I'm with the whole, we taking our country back. I want my children to be raised in a beautiful place. The worst is right here now, today. I'm waiting on time to stop, for people to stop working, stop paying bills. Man, that's all it would take, right? If a good amount of us would stop paying our bills, stop working, and I get it. We're all like, I'm just like everyone else, y'all. I'm out here living paycheck to paycheck, trying to survive, trying to make it. I'm just like everyone else. But I get it. I understand. You can't just quit your job. You can't just stop paying your bills, right? Because they're going. But if enough of us did it, man, we would fucking rock the boat. Man, what's up, Carrie? Man, where you been? What's going on? I see you. I see you. But yeah, that's all it would take, y'all. Is at least 60% of the population to stop just fucking paying bills. Stop paying our taxes. Good to see. It's good to see you too, man. Long time no see. I'm back on it now, right? I'm finna get my YouTube channel popping. I'm finna get that plaque. I'm finna make it happen. I had to go do some soul searching this year, and I guess you could say I found myself, right? Like I thought I had it all figured out, yo. I'm 36 years old, married with 3 children, and I thought I had it all figured out. But I didn't, not even close. I thought I had women all figured out. I do not have women figured out. I've been married over 10 years, and I'm still naive to a lot of this shit, yo. But I went to go, I guess you could say, find myself in a way. I thought I had did that already, but I know that I put too much work into this fucking YouTube. I've been on here almost a decade already. Ain't no way I'm just gonna just let it go and just let it. Hell no. Oh yeah, the family's doing well, Carrie. It is. Yeah, bro, I'm 52 and I'm still figuring things out. Life is a constant learning process. And you 52, Carrie? Well, I be damned. I would have never thought you was 52. I ain't trying to put your age out there or nothing like that, right? Like, I'm not trying to do that, but I would have never thought. You do not look 52 at all. That's good. That's damn good. Congratulations. That's what makes us beautiful. Well, thank you. Well, thank you. But yes, I thought I had women figured. That's my wife right there in the chat, y'all. Conspiracy's wife. She's actually in my chat right now. She be steady watching. Steady watching. But like I said, I thought I had women figured out. I do not have women figured out. Don't have life figured out. I'm barely figuring out how to be a damn man myself, right? I thought I was a fucking badass man. G.I. Joe 007 type shit. But I didn't, yo. I don't have it figured out. But I'm learning, all right? I am learning. And I do know the one thing I do got figured out is being a father. That's the one thing that I can say for sure. I know what I'm doing, right? I know exactly what I'm doing when it comes to being a father. Can't nobody tell me otherwise on that, because I run circles around daddies out here. I really do. But back to the subject, like I was saying, y'all. If y'all just coming in here now, if y'all just filling in, we're talking about Donald Trump, right? And I notice a lot of my subscribers are Donald Trump supporters. And I'm not here to try to burst any bubbles. And you know, if people leave, right? It is what it is. It's all good. I'll never beg anybody to come subscribe or come be a part of my channel or my group. I would never do that. But Event 201, all right? Sponsored by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Event 201. Then you got Q. 200 military generals recruited one person because they're going to save the world. Donald Trump. Who's they recruited? 201 people. Can't make this shit up, y'all. It's been right there in our face the whole time. The same exact way 2030 is all over the internet. The information's there. they're letting us know they're gonna do some bullshit in 2030. Now, I don't know exactly what it is. I don't know if it's gonna be another type of pandemic. I don't know if it's gonna be they actually do crash the market and people actually do finally have to see some type of apocalypse shit. I don't know. All I do know is that they're gonna do some shit in 2030, and it's supposed to be bigger than 2020, right? In 2020, they shut the country down. In 2020, they shut that shit down. Now, it wasn't bad for me because your boy, I went ahead and I took all the money that they were giving out, right? Not illegally. It was all legal. The PPP loans, the EIDL loan, I got all that money, right? So 2020 was a fucking amazing year for me because I got paid like a lot. I can't even lie, y'all. It was the government probably gave me more than 50 grand in that year of free money that I never had to pay back. And it was there for the taking, right? People just got greedy and people started scamming the PPP loans. When in reality, all you had to do was be a sole proprietor, right? And that's a broad umbrella. Like a sole proprietor, you can be a damn babysitter and be a sole proprietor. And if you did that and you filled it out correctly, you may have not got as much money as you wanted to get, as other people were getting, as like legit businesses were getting, but you would have got some money. And it wasn't no couple hundred, it was thousands and thousands of dollars. I got it from me, I got it from my wife. Man, I helped people get the money. I showed people how to get the money. And it was there for the taking. So if they do some shit like that again in 2030, you best believe I'm gonna jump on that shit and I'm gonna get that money too. Because I feel like it's all owed to us. That's just our money. All that money is ours. They trade our fucking birth certificate on the stock market, y'all. Why can't we reap the benefits for them trading our birth certificate on the stock market? It's ours, right? We're the person. Even though we're the fucking corporation. I don't want to get into all that, corporation, the straw man, all that bullshit, because I'm just fed up. I'm tired. Because the people who believe it, they're gonna believe me, and they're gonna be here. They're gonna subscribe. They're gonna follow my channel. But there's so many people who don't. It's more of them than there is of us, and that's what makes shit hard, y'all. Because if it's more of them, of course people are gonna believe the majority, right? But it's all good. I'm just here to tell y'all that Elon Musk is a student of Klaus Schwab. Elon Musk is Donald Trump's right-hand man now. And people believe that Elon Musk and Trump are like a messiah gonna come save the world, y'all. It's not gonna happen. The dots are all being connected right now. So I don't understand how people are not seeing it. A one world government, all right? What was one of the things that they're gonna do in a one world government? Have all the vehicles, electric vehicles that can drive us and take us everywhere. And if they needed to stop or we can't go nowhere, they're gonna be able to do that with a snap of fingers. Cut everyone's vehicle off. Nobody's escaping, nobody's going nowhere. Who better to do that than Elon Musk? Who better to do that than Donald Trump? The writing's on the wall, y'all. It's right there. Now, I thought people would see the correlation between Event 201 and Q being exactly 201 people, but they don't. I thought people would see the correlation whenever they were saying, trust the plan, right? That was their motto, trust the plan. You know who else that was? Adolf Hitler, before he went and started taking all the people and putting them in the camps and stuff. Operation Trust. The shit was called Operation Trust. And what did they do? Put a bunch of propaganda on the TV and the radio, broadcast it over all the airwaves, and they did propaganda to make people not like a certain group of people, make them think they were evil and they were no good, bad for society. People jumped on that bandwagon the same way people are jumping on the Trump bandwagon. And don't get me wrong, the first time in 2020, he got me for a little bit, right? I was like, oh man, this might be the one, y'all. He might be the one who comes save us. No, he's good. He's just that good, right? He's just that good. Another false prophet, y'all. They're going to come along. They're going to become better and better and better until we got this one now where everyone wholeheartedly and genuinely believes that he's going to come and save the world. And man, this sucks that people still don't see it. That people don't see the one world government coming into play where we're all going to own nothing and be happy, right? Klaus Schwab said that himself. You will own nothing and be happy. Now, how in the hell are you going to be happy owning nothing? It makes no sense. It's like an oxymoron, right? How are you going to be happy and not own nothing? You're going to drive a car that can be shut off by the government, live in a 15-minute city, in a house that the government controls and owns. They're going to do the social credit scores. They're already doing it in China, yo. If you get caught jaywalking in China and they catch you on camera, but you get away, it's all good. They got you on camera. They know exactly who you are. They're going to lower your social credit score. So much so to the point where you can't even buy a fucking soda out of a vending machine if your social credit score gets too low. They're already doing this. And I just found this out a couple weeks ago about the Dominican Republic. So I had no idea. Club Fortune, what's up, bro? I see you. Hunger Games. That they are. The real world Hunger Games. They doing it now. It's happening now, right? They do this shit for sick fun. But the other day I was talking to somebody a couple weeks ago who was fresh from Dominican Republic. And he was trying to find work and find a job. So we're talking about it. I had no idea, y'all, that in Dominican Republic, you still have to show a vaccination card showing proof that you got it to go into a store and buy beer or liquor. They will not allow you to buy beer or liquor over there unless you show proof of vaccination. Now, you know, he said they're able to fake them now, and they're able to make some now so they can get by. But in 2020, when the shit was popping off, none of that happened. None of that was happening. You had to legitimately, you know, them drunk people wasn't gonna play. They was gonna go get that shit. So I tell people, since when do you ever see the government just handing out $100 or something? They were doing that to people out here. So you had all the homeless people, all the winos, the bums, the crackheads, everyone went to go line up to get that $100 to get that jab. And I'm like, damn, y'all know those people don't give a shit without a catch. There's always a catch with them, always. I don't want to be here if I can't be free. Exactly. That's my thing. And I would die for that freedom for my children. Real talk. I would legitimately be on the front line, y'all. That's the only war I'd ever go sign up for. Ever now, is the one to free the people. So you can call it being a martyr, revolutionary, whatever you want to call it, right? But your boy's in that category. Because if they said, hey, this is the final one right here, World War III, we win, we take back our country, we lose, we all die. Let me lace my boots up, give me a rifle. I'm on the front lines, y'all. Because if I can do that to my babies, my grandchildren, their children, if they can live in a really, truly free society, that's something worth dying for right there. If they ain't got to see all this bullshit and struggle, all this heartache and pain, I'd do it. I'd do it. Insanity, beers, hamburgers, $100. Yeah, man, you cannot go to a fucking restaurant with 3 people, with 2 people, 3 people. You're gonna pay $50, $60 now at a fucking fast food restaurant. Fierro Cinco, what's up, bro? Iron 5, I see you, man. I see you, bro. But yeah, if y'all just falling in, this is all some of my old school subscribers right here. So y'all know what it is. I already know the type of shit that y'all on, the type of timing y'all on. But we talking about Donald Trump not being a savior. He's not the Messiah. Event 201, sponsored by Bill and Melinda Gates, was letting us know about the fucking pandemic. They were simulating the pandemic in 2019. You got Q, who's supposed to be saving the world. 200 people recruited one person, 201, to save the world. No coincidences, y'all. Talk about diddly. We don't really talk about stuff like that here, buddy. I mean, I've covered him. I was talking about Diddy years ago, all right? And it's not just me. I'm nothing special. There's others alike. We've been talking about Diddy for years, all right? We got called names. They called us the C word, you know, conspiracy theorists, crazy, on drugs, all of the above, all right? People would fight and defend and say Diddy would never do nothing like that. He would never do that to children. Well, guess what? The shit's all coming out, y'all. It's all out. But do we get any credit for it? No, we don't. You can go look at the comments on my damn videos from when I was exposing Diddy from years ago. People were calling me crazy. Those are the type of people who make me not want to do shit like this, right? Well, I worked too hard for this channel to just fucking let it go. All right. 2015. I've been on YouTube since 2015. I should have been had that fucking plaque for 100,000 subscribers. All the strikes, being demonetized, suspending the channel. I'm not trying to have it no more. So hopefully now, there's a little bit of more freedom of speech that we can do. Say, hell, look at the UFO and alien stuff coming into the light. Yeah, man. They just did a hearing on this in Congress. They held a hearing about the UFOs. They call them something different now. Anomalous, unidentified anomalous something phenomenon. They call them something now, right? But yeah, they talking about that shit. You see how they quietly shrunk down the EBT benefits, man. Look, bro, Iron 5, bro. If you know, you know. I don't give. I don't give a fuck. I don't play with the government. So I'm gonna pick them pockets as much as I can. So even though I've been working and held a job, I make sure that my wife's gonna get them fucking benefits. If we can get them, we're gonna get them. If that means we're gonna have to fucking bend the truth or say we separated, whatever it may be, we're gonna do that. We was eating, all right? Thousands and thousands of dollars in EBT benefits. Now they're tripping on that. Now they're making it a problem because I have 3 children, right? On my last born child, my little girl, I didn't get her birth certificate or her social security card. All right. If y'all know what I'm trying to do, y'all know what I'm trying to do. And it hadn't been an issue. They were still giving us benefits for her, even though in the system she's known as infant. That's her name in the system, just an infant. All of a sudden, it's an issue. It's a problem, right? Which is all good. I told the wife, just don't claim her. Just take her off, right? We'll just get a little bit of less benefits. It's all good. Because that shit was lovely. Almost $1,200 a month for food. Man, we eat good. We eat real good. That's more than enough, right? That's a lot. And I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, I'm grateful for that. Nah, they all fucking owe us that. That's our money. All them EBT benefits and unemployment and all that shit. That's our money. That's owed to us. So it's just getting a piece of the pie back, the way I see it, right? I will never sit there and say, oh, thank you to the government, or they blessed me. I'm so grateful. No, they didn't kiss my ass, right? I'm sick of their shit. People tired of paying taxes. People tired of paying bills. Just like I said, I know for a fact they have figured out how to do free energy. We know that they figured this shit out. So what's the problem? Why are we still paying for fucking electricity? We're paying for Wi-Fi. Right now, if I don't pay my Wi-Fi bill, they're able to cut it off in another location with no wires attached, anything like that, right? They're able to cut it off over there. And then if I pay the bill, they're able to cut it back on. So that means the shit's just hovering over us right now, right? The Wi-Fi, the signals, the frequencies, it's just hovering all around us. But we can't tap into it until we pay these people to let us tap into it. It's already there. It's in front of us. The free energy, the electricity, it's all there in front of us, y'all. But they just want to make some money off of it, right? And now it's not even about the money. It's just all about control. Because these people can create the money themselves. If they got a computer, they can create the money. They don't even need to press it with the banknotes and do all that. At the Federal Reserve, they don't even have to make the actual physical money anymore. They can just get into the computer and shoot a wire transfer over to your account. Put 100,000 in your account, shows 100,000. You didn't physically get $100,000 and given to you, and you didn't deposit it. All they did was just wire it to your account. So it's not about the money. They got to keep us under control. So we stay being good little slaves, doing what they tell us, and we don't rebel against them. But the time is now, y'all. The time is now. Next year, it's going to be even better, right? People are going to start seeing this shit. We're lifting the veil, and we're going to rebel against this fucking government. We're going to take back our country. It's going to happen. It's taking a little while, right? But it's going to happen. You best believe I'm going to be on the motherfucking front lines fighting for that shit. That's one thing I'm going to fight for. is getting back our freedom, our real freedom, right? Not this bullshit where we gotta pay to drive in a fucking car. We gotta get a license or a passport to travel. That's bullshit, right? That's a slave. That's being a damn slave. We may not see it because we have a couple of little privileges here and there. We can get up and leave at a certain time whenever you want to. You can go to the store and buy stuff. We're still slaves, y'all. Still got to clock in and slave for the man every fucking day to make ends meet, to support our children, to put food on the table. We still got to do all that. When there is now enough for everyone to go around, or this current culture of forever leasing, you'll own nothing and be happy. All right? They told us already what they're gonna do, y'all. They let us know. Every fucking time they let us know what's to come. So what's to come is us owning nothing. I don't know about being happy, all right? Because damn, if I can't own something, that's gonna feel pretty fucking shitty. You can't own your home or a car. They're gonna have you an electric vehicle that can stop in the middle of the road and drive your ass to a jail cell or a concentration camp, or whatever they want to call it. Drive your ass right over there. Ain't no stopping it. If CPS wants to come to our house and take our children, they can do it. Ain't no stopping them. Agenda 2030. It's on the. There we go, Iron 5. Man, before you got in here, bro, I was just telling the people about 2030. They told us about 2020 with Event 201, and they're telling us again with Agenda 2030. They're letting us know what's going to happen. It's right in our faces. Elon Musk is a student of Klaus Schwab. All right? The young global leaders. That's another secret society, another gang, a big gang. Half of Trump's people that he brought up with him in office, they're all part of Klaus Schwab, the young global leaders. The one world government is being done, is happening right in front of our eyes. And people are just becoming docile, just thinking that we're going to be saved, right? And this is exactly what they did with Hitler, with Operation Trust, all right? It's too close. Operation Trust or Trust the Plan. It's too close, y'all. Event 201 and Q, 201 people. It's too close. The energies of the world are opposing yin yang, good, evil, right and wrong. They give us a moment of some real ish and follow it with something unbelievably stupid, and it takes time for us to get it. Yo, it takes too much time for people to get it. But there's those of us, right? All of us in here are like-minded people. That's why my channel doesn't grow the way it's supposed to grow. All right? Because I've been putting in work over the years, and I see other people's channels with a bunch of bullshit misinformation get hundreds and thousands of subscribers. Hundreds and thousands of subscribers. It makes no fucking sense, right? But the people who are like-minded like us, right? They're few. It's very few of us. So those of us, we get it and we see it. And then we come out here on the internet, try to share it with people, try to show people, hey, this is what's going to happen, right? And we get spit on, slapped in the fucking face. They call you crazy. They call you names, right? People who are open and versatile to learn. You can't be too real out here. I thought I was doing something good in the beginning. When it came to YouTube, I legitimately started not thinking anything about the money. I never thought I could make a career out of it or make a living off of it. Never did I think that. That didn't come until later on, years afterwards, right? Then I was like, shit, I'm starting to get a little motion. People are subscribing. Man, maybe I can get a stream of income off of YouTube. So now it's about that, right? I'm not going to sit up here and lie to nobody and be like, I'm just doing it to do it for fun, right? No, people didn't appreciate the shit in the beginning when I was getting the strikes and getting my net. No, nobody fucked with me then. So it's all good. I'm going to be real. Of course I want to get monetized and make money off of YouTube. Of course I do. I want to be able to stay home and not work and live with my wife and my children and do all the fun shit I want to do without having to go clock in, right? I'd much rather sit here and create content and get paid for it, right? Google AdSense will pay you for it. It's not asking people for money. If people fuck with you and they want to help you out, they want to donate, that can happen as well, right? But why not get paid from YouTube if I can? I would never sit up here and lie to y'all about, I do this because, the kindness of my heart type shit. Nah, I fuck with my subscribers. But the bottom line, I want to get paid. I want to be able to make money off of YouTube. Everyone else does. You got shields and agents and misinformation agents and all these people on here. People making money with fucking AI, artificial intelligence channels. They don't even show their face, right? Because it's a fucking bot speaking. And they're getting paid from that. Why don't I want to get paid too. I show myself. I don't hide. I don't try to not show who I am, right? I show my face all the time on a YouTube channel. Because what's there to hide? They see everything. They know everything. Everything about you, they know it. They can listen to our phones, to the TVs. Apparently, they can listen to any type of fucking appliance you have in your house, right? We may not think it because these appliances don't seem like they're top-notch technology, right? I would not put it past them if your fucking toaster can spy on you. I don't put nothing past these people, y'all. The oven, the microwave. We already know what the microwave, what the raves do. We know what that does. How long have they been doing this to us? People have been having microwaves and ovens since forever, y'all. So I wouldn't put it past them if that's another means of them to spy on us. We know that they do it with the Freedom of Information Act after 9/11 happened. We signed that shit over, right? We gave them all the rights to do that. You know, I respect that transparency. So many people want to bullshit and pretend to be real, yo. I know, bro. I know people bullshit talking about man, no, I'm trying to make some money off this shit. Like, hell yeah. Why not, right? I'm not gonna come up here and scam nobody. I'm not trying to lie and deceive people into giving money. No. I come and share information, shoot the shit with y'all every now and then on live. And if I can get paid from views, shit, why not? I would like to see other people get paid for views. I like to see when people win, right? But you got all these other channels on here who never want to fucking, they'd rather see you not win, right? They'd rather see you not win, but it's all good. Anything that takes away from your family should be a benefit. Why can't you enlighten people and benefit monetarily? Yeah, 100%, right? I'm still bringing information that people don't know about. There's videos on my channel that I promise you, I guarantee you, if you were to scroll through the hundreds and hundreds of videos I have, there's something on there you're going to learn that you didn't know before, right? I guarantee it. Or, you know, people may know all this stuff already, but there's always going to be people out there who are going to learn something from my channel. So I feel like, damn, you know, I benefit them a little bit. Why not get paid? Now the appliances are smart appliances. That's right. They show it right. They got smart refrigerators, smart ovens, smart microwaves. They got all that shit now. Slowly but surely, the one world government is happening right before our eyes. And they're going to do it with everything in the house, everything you own, appliances, vehicles, transportation, your means of communication through your cell phones, internet, computer. It's all happening. And we're just giving it up. We're just giving that shit up. Easy. Don't forget about the 2012 bill Obama signed off, making it perfectly legal for the mainstream to lie to you. Yes, man. That NDAA 112, yes. Propaganda is legal. Propaganda. It tells you on fucking congress.gov that they will lie to you if they feel like it's for your benefit. Who the fuck are these people to tell us what benefits us or not? Nobody can tell us that. We decide that. But they passed the bill. That's right, bro. Iron Fire, you sure right. That's something I talk about all the time, man. I used to make repeated videos talking about that damn bill and that proposition. NDAA 112. They will lie to you through means of broadcast radio, internet, movie, any media, social media. They tell us all in the fucking bill where they'll lie to us through. They covered every angle, y'all. Like I said, these people are evil, but they're smart. The people running the world are evil geniuses. Like the Trading Places video still blows my mind. You know, man, you know that trading, and I used to rock with that song, bro. Like I'm R&B all the way. I jam nothing but R&B. That was one of my jams. Right? If it comes on, I'm still gonna jam it. But I gotta keep it real whenever it's time to be real, man. Smart locks to lock you in your home. You know, we ain't gonna be able to leave nowhere. We ain't gonna be able to do shit. And then if you want to leave, you're gonna get in your smart vehicle that's electric, that's gonna be turned off, or it's gonna drive you somewhere that you don't want to drive to. It's happening. I personally think the wheels started to unfold when Bush passed the Patriot Act. A lot of that shit happened, man. And whenever he had that speech, when he started talking about the New World Order, that was a ritual in itself, right? They knew what they were doing. This whole time, they've been chingling us, bro. We've been bamboozled. Every single election, we've been bamboozled. It's no different this time, y'all. It may sound good. He may have a good way of getting to people, right? He's very charismatic, just like Obama was, right? People were fucking with Obama. I remember the day he was elected, y'all. People were stopping and having parades and cheering in places like this shit was like the saviors finally come. He's finna save the world. Look what happened. Look at the aftermath of Obama. I'm not making this up, y'all. We all seen it. We all saw what happened. Passing acts taking advantage of a tragedy or passing when the approval rate. Sheep hypnosis is at an all-time high. Yeah, man. Don't forget the NAFTA Act, man, 100%. I haven't seen you here before, Kitty, but it seems like you've been rocking with my man. You know what's up. You definitely know what's up. And these are the type of people I like to have here on my channel, because you got dipshits like the other dude on here earlier who was talking shit, right? Idiot. Just people who are fucking idiots. Like, we know the Rockefeller family. We know what they do. We know what they've done. We know Laura Spelman, who Spelman College is named after. She was a Rockefeller. We know they're all into depopulation. Like, that's their main shtick, is depopulation with the Rockefellers. And they tell you about it on their websites. All over their websites, they will tell you all it is, what they're about. And doesn't it seem crazy to y'all that Spelman College is a predominantly black college for women? And then the abortion rate and all that shit happening with Planned Parenthood, and lo and behold, Laura Spelman's a Rockefeller. It's all there. It's all there, right? They're basically letting us know, like, because they have to tell us, right? They've been telling us from the get-go, y'all. But people don't want to see it. I understand. We've all been programmed. We've all been indoctrinated. But when we grow up and we start to see this shit for ourselves, how they say you gotta pull yourself up from your bootstraps. It's time to stop bullshitting and stop believing and trusting in the government who's running our world. It's not getting better. They're not doing anything for the people. We should all be getting a fucking stimulus check once a month at least. All of us should get a fucking stimulus check once a month. At least a couple grand, right? If something like that were to start happening, then you'll see me over there maybe saying, hey, somebody's in office and they're making this happen. Okay, maybe there is change coming, right? Maybe there is change coming. Because they can do it. They can definitely fucking do it. All they gotta do is get on a computer, type some numbers in, and send it to your account. They don't have to give you no physical money. You don't have to get no paper money. Margaret Sanger is another demon. Yeah. And she was rocking with, and MLK, Martin Luther King was rocking with Margaret Sanger, man. I want to say she was the one who fucking handed off after the speech, she presented him with an award. And Margaret Sanger's she's one of the fucking Laura Spelman's disciples as well. Yeah, bro. You can't tell people that shit. You can't tell people about MLK because they're gonna call me racist or say that I'm crazy. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I'm like, damn, if you know Margaret Sanger, she was connected with Martin Luther King. She presented him this fucking award. I forgot what award it was, right? But it's so much shit. I forget more shit than I fucking know. She was also a high-ranking member of the KKK. Yes, man. Yes. Just like a lot of these politicians, these old-ass ones, their families and their fathers were all high-ranking KKK members. Most of them were, right? If not all of them, the fucking majority of them were, right? Their families come from a long line of KKK and all these secret societies, and y'all know what it is, y'all. I'm preaching to the choir now because y'all definitely know what's up. But I got a video coming up about Margaret Sanger too. It's funny that you bring her up, man, because after I did a video on Laura Spelman the other day, talking about Spelman College and depopulation. And you know, when I'm doing my research, Margaret Sanger pops up all the fucking time in connection to Laura Spelman. She popped up like several times. So I said, man, let me get all this information together so I can make another video about her, so I can tell people about this broad too. Yep, aka Martin Luther King. MLK stole his name from St. Martin. His real name is Michael King. No shit. See, I didn't know that, bro. See, I didn't know that. See, I'm telling you, my subscribers come and teach me shit sometimes. I don't know it all, y'all. I'm learning just like everyone else, right? But I know one thing. I'll fight for this freedom. I will fight for this motherfucking freedom because I need my children to grow up in a better society. Because this is bullshit. This is why I homeschool. This is why I don't send my babies to no public school, so they can go and fucking get defiled and fucking all kinds of sick shit in these fucking schools. I refuse to do it. I'll take the backlash. I'll take people shooting slugs at me, calling me names behind my back, talking about me behind my back, talking about my babies. I'll take it, all of it. I'll take that shit on the chin like nothing. Because guess what? I'm not sending my babies to no public school. I'm not. And whenever I do get the money, I'll put them in private school, right? With the best of the best. Why not? Shit. Singer had a lot of black preachers in her pocket. MLK was just the most popular. Yeah. Man, it's crazy if you try to tell people about MLK and Margaret Sanger. It's crazy. That's one that they don't want to hear, right? They don't want to hear that. And it's mostly the old school people, right? The generation before me. I guess it's Generation X, right? A lot of them, or maybe it's the ones before them. I forgot how it goes. I want to say I'm a millennial, right? I'm 36 right now. But you see it, how programmed and indoctrinated each generation was. Like my mother, for example. Maybe she was a boomer. But, man, the media, and I mean the news, they got her. Like, they got a hold of her. Because she will sit there and watch the 8 o'clock news, the 12 o'clock news, the 5 o'clock news, the 10 p.m., all of them, all day, every single fucking day. And I'll be in some time, you know, when I go over there and I hear it in the background, I'm like, man, there they go with that bullshit. There they go with that bullshit. The same way they were in 2020 with that bullshit on the news. And all those people fucking just listened to it and they just fell for it. Like nothing. They just went. Because, you know, they know, in their eyes, the news is never going to fucking lie to them. If you're wearing a white lab coat and you're standing in front of a fucking bookshelf with encyclopedias behind you, oh, you got it. They're going to listen to you, right? They want you to go inject something in your body. Just put on the lab coat and stand in front of a bookcase and do a video. And people are going to fucking go line up to go get this shit and put it in their bodies. And, you know, I feel bad for people, right? I feel bad because I'm like, why ain't y'all listening to us, right? We're not trying to steer y'all wrong. Yeah, I don't have all the answers to everything. And I'm not a fucking scientist or a doctor. But I think critically, I have an open mind. And I like to say that I'm not fucking stupid. I'm kind of smart, right? So just fucking pay attention. It's all been there in front of us, man. But I felt bad for those people who just lined up and did this shit. People still walking around with masks on today. People are still walking around with masks on today in grocery stores and shit like that. And in their eyes, these people believe that they're doing something right so they don't get sick or they don't get whatever. I'm like, you weren't wearing a mask before they told you to, right? I hear all the fucking same old bullshit. Well, people in China wear masks. You know they wear masks in China. They probably fucking do. But when did we ever do that over here? We never did that shit over here, right? Until they did all this bullshit in 2020. People are still fucking wearing masks. Once they get indoctrinated with religion or the legacy bullshit, they rarely get out. You're right, Gen X and boomers personalized King. Man, they did. They put fucking King on a pedestal. Oh yeah, you pedestal. Yeah, 100%, man. There's a theory I would like to hear each of your thoughts on the end of the 400 years of slavery and Q201. Yeah, well, you see what I believe about Q and 201. I got a strike for this before in the past. I got a strike for talking about that shit. And I try to show people the correlation between Event 201 and Q, which was 200 military generals recruiting Trump, 201. As soon as I saw that, I said, oh, they're not going to fool me with this one. Another false prophet. They're not going to fool me with it. It's not going to happen. It's just too close. But the whole 400 years of slavery, I don't feel like the slavery is not going to stop. It's not going to end. Whether it takes them 1,000 fucking years, right? There's only one way it ends, and that's if we come together and fight back as a people. All of us come together, no matter your race, your sex, whatever it may be. Just us, people. regular, real human beings, right? We come together and start fighting back against the government. That's the only way the slavery ends. I see no other way. You think they're gonna give us up freedom because it was prophesized, right? Oh, they say in the Bible or whatever, after 400 years, there's not gonna be no more. Well, these are the same people who allegedly wrote the Bible, right? It's just another way to keep us docile, to keep us relaxed, so we don't fight back. And then by that time, we old and gray and we're gonna die already. Think about all the generations before us, our grandparents, their parents, great grandparents, who sat there and believed in God and did everything that they thought they were supposed to do, and they just died without ever seeing anybody come save the world or change the world. They just died, right? And I have family members who've given their all to this shit. They'll sit there and give their all to go to church and try to live right and do what they're told to do. But you know, sometimes I admire that. I admire it. Like, yeah, that's good, man. You're trying to live righteous, and I get it. But we all know as a people what the fuck is right and what's wrong. You feel that shit in your spirit. If it's right or if it's wrong, you don't have to go anywhere to get told how to live and what not to do. You know what you're supposed to do. We know we can't go steal and rob people. You can't murder people. You can't take people's innocence, how they do little children. We know that shit's wrong. We know that. Nobody had to tell us that. That shit's in our DNA. It's embedded in us. We know if it feels wrong, it's because it's wrong. So we need nobody to go out there and tell us this, right? What you see here? I personally hated that I had to take the vet. And the reason oh yeah, I remember that, Clo Fortune. You had to travel, bro. Yeah, that's right. I remember you talking about that. They forced people to do that shit. Forced them. And look at it now, right? People don't have to show this. They don't have to show it to travel now, right? It all of a sudden, they just got it under control. I guess you could say they flattened the curve, right? Y'all remember that buzzword? Flatten the curve? That shit was all over the fucking TV. The civil rights leaders and Black Caucus sold blacks out for years more than white supremacy. You can't tell people that, bro. They're going to call you crazy if you tell people that. But I know exactly what you mean, man. My mother took all the vax. Oh, yeah, that's my wife right there. My mother-in-law did get all the vaccines, all the boosters, every single one, because she had people in her ear telling her that she needed to go get them. And she was a kidney transplant patient. She already had a bad immune system, right? So what's fucked up is her kidney specialist, her doctor who did all that for her kidneys, should have never told her to go and get the fucking jab. Should have never told her to do that. Well, why would they not have recommended her not to do it, right? That's why I can't stand the fucking medical industry, the government, the education system. I can't stand none of it, y'all. I'm really sick of all them motherfuckers. I'm sick of all them. My father was one of them who died waiting. Damn, you see, I'm telling you, man. People will try to live right and thinking that. Now, look, I'm not gonna sit here and say I know if I'm right in regards to the Bible, but I could tell you I've read that fucking Bible front to back. I've read it front to back. As grueling and as fucking terrible as it was, I've read that Bible. All right. But predictive programming, y'all, right? You can't sit there and fucking write some shit hundreds of years ago. The Roman Empire, whoever it may be, running the fucking world, they had the money to do this, right? They had a plan in place that was going to last for generations to come to take care of all their people. So if something ends up happening now in the future and they wrote about it before, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a prophecy, y'all. They could have fucking just wrote it and they caused it. They wrote about it and then they made it happen years later. They do that, right? Predictive fucking programming. Order out of chaos. Y'all know the fucking saying. They fucking cause the problem and then create the solution for it. They know what they're doing, y'all. These people are evil fucking geniuses. The same way people now think that Mr. Trump is going to come save the world with Elon Musk. And it's more fucking obvious more than ever to me. It's more obvious to me now that they're bringing in the one world government full force, right? They're 100% bringing it in. And ain't no stopping it unless the people come together, yo. There's no other way to stop this shit. And I fought my hardest not to take the vaccine. I damn near ruined my relationship with my mother because of that stupid mandate. Yeah, that's messed up, bro. And then the old school people were the ones telling us, like, man, my family outcasted me in 2020. My entire immediate family literally turned their backs on me and would talk about me behind my back because I didn't go out and get the jab and take my babies to get it. I said, I'll be fucking damned if I'm gonna take my babies to. I don't even want to give them the ones that they fucking make you have now. I don't even want to do that, right? But they still did it. And now we're gonna see how many fucking people are gonna grow up now to not be able to produce children. How many young girls who got that shit who are gonna grow up and not be able to have children? They've already fucking given out the information. It's already been said that it's causing infertility in people. They push people who have a compromised immune system harder to get the jab. I know, man, and that's what's crazy. My mother-in-law was a kidney transplant agent. A kidney transplant patient, and I used to tell her every time I would see her, man, don't go get that shit. Don't do it. Don't do it. But everyone was on the other side. So if she got one person telling her something, but 10 people in her other ear, chances are you're going to believe the 10 people, right? That's how most people think. I'm not like that. If I see everybody going and doing one thing, I automatically will not want to go do it and turn the other way. Just because everyone jumps on the fucking bandwagon, that's a red flag for me. If I see everyone lining up to go do something, I'm going to automatically be like, hey, wait a second. I don't think I should want. Let me look into it some more. Let me explore my options. People don't think like that, man. Yeah, I have to be careful because they deem it as cool. I was forced to read the Bible as a child, and that's when I knew it was bullshit. Yeah, you start asking questions, right? As a child. As a child, we read this shit and be like, well, wait a second. Adam and Eve were just in the garden naked? Were they being watched? He told them to procreate and make babies. So was he just watching them in the garden? Right? They were just doing the nasty the whole time, you ask these fucking questions. So are you telling me that we all came from these two people? So we're technically all kind of related, like siblings almost? We ask these questions as children. The people who fucking think critically have asked these fucking questions as children. And you shut up, sit down. Now, we were bad apples, right? Every empire falls around the 250-year mark. America is currently at 247. That's what I hear, bro. That's what I hear. Have you read The Last President and the Adventures of Baron Trump? I sure have. About him being a time traveler. I've went down all the rabbit holes, Kitty. I sure have. And how John Trump was the one who went inside Nikola Tesla's hotel room when he died. And when he was the one who went and got all of the paperwork and all the shit for the time traveling and the free energy, all of his notes, all of Nikola Tesla's notes, right? It was John Trump, Trump's uncle, who was head of the CIA, whoever the fuck he was head of at the time. He was the person to go in there and they took all the stuff. And then what happens, the Adventures of Baron Trump, right? Before he even had the child named Baron. But like I said, this shit's just all strategically planned. They're smart. They're smart, evil geniuses. And how else do you keep a country with however many billions of people we have now? How else do you keep these people enslaved? You lie to them, right? You program them. You indoctrinate them to believe a certain thing. Like, I don't fucking know if space is real. It's called fucking space. It's just a space, right? I don't know that. But we do know that they lied to us about the moon landing. We know that now. Why lie about it? Why lie about something like that? Control. Keep us under control. So now I don't know the shape of the earth. They taught it to me in school. And let's not get it twisted, y'all. I flourished through school. I was one of the smartest students in my high school all the way through. So I did that shit, and then I fucking straight A's, honor roll, all the gifted and talented classes. I did it all. It doesn't mean nothing now for me because they lied to me the whole fucking time. So I know what they taught me in school, but now I know as an adult that they lied to me about fucking everything. So what makes you think anything is true that they taught us, right? I wouldn't yes, I would get in trouble for asking questions. We would get told shit. I was told never to question the word of God. This reminds me I need to get off the donor list. And you probably should, bro. Because your fucking organs ain't gonna go to they're not gonna go to whoever you fucking no telling who they're gonna go to, right? Same conspiracy. I am very leery of this following the majority. Yeah, bro. What's up, MGTOW Cowboy? What's good with you, bro? My tribe, finally. Yeah, we all finding each other, kitty. We all finding each other. In these times now, it all seems like we're all starting to find each other. And it's right where we belong, because all the people who went and got that shit, when 2020, I was scared to mention, or when people would ask me if I got it, I would lie sometimes, just be like, yeah, I got it. I'm boosted up. I'm all of them. Booster 1, 2, and 3. Right? But now I wear that shit with like a badge of honor now, because there's so few of us out here, right? And it's like, damn, like, but I was scared to tell people before. But we all gonna find each other eventually. And then when we do, then we start putting belt to ass against this government. Then we start putting belt to ass. We stop paying taxes. We stop working. We start getting stimulus checks every fucking month. Like, hold the universal basic income, right? We should have been having that shit. Everybody can find ways to fucking compensate for whatever's not being done no more, right? Like teachers and fucking the truck drivers and everything. Hey, everyone gets some income, but we all pitch in to help society and help the world, right? We can all pitch in. Why would we not do that? To keep the economy going, to keep the world going. Why would we not do that? Of course we would. Yeah, you got people who are gonna fuck off the money and go do dumb shit with it. But there's those of us who fucking think critically, who will go and continue to help the world so the economy keeps going. My father and his family to this day believe the Bible is law. Oh yeah, I know. That's my father-in-law. So trust me, I know how my father-in-law is. That man is this man is a fucking so much into church, my father-in-law, but the man is fucking evil. Like, he's evil. How do you be so hardcore into church, but your spirit is fucking evil? So that's why I always look at people like that now, because it never fucking fails. The ones who be all up in the church, trying to be deacons and the ushers and the ones helping and all, they all in there fucking each other's wives, filling on little children, stealing money, doing fuck shit. Look, we got another one in here right now, look. Y'all don't gotta block them. Y'all don't have to, y'all can let them rock out. If they say disrespectful stuff or start talking crazy, then y'all can kick them out, right? But I want the Trump supporters to come in here. I want them to. Because there's the bubbles I like to burst, all right? Like I said, trust the plan. With Trump, Operation Trust, Adolf Hitler, all right? Event 201, showing us the pandemic, Q, 201 people. It's too many dots to connect. So, if you're gonna stay on the Trump bandwagon, don't say that people didn't tell you or people weren't letting you know about the information. I'm a Trump supporter, but I'm also grounded in reality. Exactly. I know. Carrie, I know. Carrie, I've been fucking with you for a while. So I know, right? We all know how we think here and how it goes. But you also understand that we're not going to get saved by somebody, right? We also not. Then you start getting deeper into the type of secret society, right, that he's a part of, and the people and what they're going to do, right? But don't get me wrong. Trump come on there and he's very charismatic. He'll have you laughing, have me rolling. The way he be handling Hillary when he did in that one election, the shit was gold, right? It was gold. And it was good content too. Thank you. I am grateful. Absolutely nobody is coming to save us. Ain't nobody gonna stop this shit, man. The human trafficking is so fucking deep into the government, into all the CPS, the Amber Alert, the education system, the orphanages. All of them are all tied into the fucking human trafficking, all the way up into the government. So you tell me that they're gonna stop doing that? Now, in my eyes, that's the number one worst problem in our world, in our society, is the child trafficking, y'all. Yeah, a human trafficking, I don't believe to anybody, right? It's fucking horrible. But more so child. To me, in my eyes, that's the worst fucking thing that's happening in our society. And then when you start to find out how Disney is involved in pushing this shit with the agendas they do, you start to find out CPS is involved. You start to find out about the Amber Alert and the bitch who runs the Amber Alert. She was caught smuggling children. The Clintons, Podesta, Comet Ping Pong, all this shit's been there, y'all. Pizzagate, they call them fucking hot dogs and fucking pasta and pizza. They got code names for them. They got symbols for them. There's like one of the biggest, richest networks in the world is trafficking children. So that, to me, in my eyes, that's like one of the worst fucking problems we have, right? Even though we're all fucking programming slaves, to me, yes, that child trafficking is still worse. That's something I'd fight for as well, right? Even though I'm only looking after my own children, I'm not gonna just sit by and let shit happen to innocent children out there. If I got something, if I could do something about it, I'm not. I'm gonna do something, right? Just type of person I am. Remember when all that money was found in the wall of Joel Osteen Church? Man, I'm from Houston, bro. I live in Houston, so I know all about it. I got family members, immediate family members, who fucking love Joel Osteen. Like, they think this man is like fucking, he's just, man, he's just everything. And I try to tell them sometimes, and you can't talk to them about that. You can't. And I've been to his services before. In the past, when I was younger, I've been to his services in that big ass stadium. And do not get me wrong. The man knows what he's doing when it comes to talking to a group of people. He will have you feeling fucking motivated, have you feeling better about yourself, right? Like, he knows what he's doing, but the man's trained to do that, right? Like me, in my opinion, I feel like he's been a CIA asset from the beginning, like from the get-go. And I don't trust him at all, right? I don't trust that man. But I got family members who fucking listen to everything that man says. They will just fucking, they will straight up go to that man, and if I say something bad about him, they'll stop liking me. Their fucking blood family. They'll stop liking me and talk about me behind my back because I said something bad about Joel Osteen. That shit's fucking crazy. Joel Osteen is a fraud, greedy, when child trafficking is too big of a money maker. Yeah, it's the biggest money making fucking scheme in the world. That and the fucking, y'all know what I don't even know if I can be saying this shit on YouTube, but y'all know what they do with the children's fucking blood. And when they terrorize the child, the adrenaline mixes in with the blood and they drain the shit. It's the world's most expensive drug. And what are the fucking chances they make it in Wuhan, China, right? I don't want to say the name of the thing, right? Because I'm still traumatized from YouTube and these fucking strikes. I don't want that to happen again. Conspiracy. When I lived in Sugarland, I would drive past the monstrosity every day going to. Oh, you lived in Sugarland, Carrie? Hey, you was living in a nice area then. Let me find out, Carrie. You're making that big money over there. Sugarland's a nice area. It's real nice out there. I live over here. You know Houston, then you know where Greenspoint's at, right? Unfortunately, I'm in Greenspoint, but it's all good. It's all good. I kind of not saying I feel more comfortable out here, but it's not where I belong. But we all right. I'm a protector. I'm a good protector, so that's the least of my worries when it comes to that. It's just all the other shit. The people drinking and driving, all the people robbing people out here, and all that crazy shit that be going on out here, man. It's so bad where I'm at right now, especially with illegal immigration. The area I live in is like the fucking hub for illegal immigration. And I can't make this shit up, y'all. I've went live before, and I've actually showed people how it looks on a weekend, because I live right behind a fucking outdoor flea market. And this outdoor flea market is literally the spot to go for like the illegal immigrants. They come on Fridays and Saturday and Sunday on the weekend, and it gets fucking crazy. You cannot drive through a store parking lot. My local convenience store right here, the corner store close to me, you cannot drive through there on a Saturday or Sunday. Like, it's fucking traffic in the parking lot of the store because they're just out here, like, and it's the young ones now. Now the young ones come over here, they start gang banging and making their own little crews and gangs. They come out here and start to rob people. They tried robbing me from my vehicle one time at this fucking store right here. It's been like over a year now, but they came with a rifle to my vehicle and tapping on my window trying to rob me. And I just so happened I had my car in drive already, so the doors lock whenever you put the car in drive. Because they tried opening the door at first, and I didn't know what the fuck to do at first, y'all. I was such in shock because I'm like, these motherfuckers gotta be crazy. You trying to rob me out here in my hood where I grew up at? So it had to be some immigrants because they were speaking nothing but Spanish. So because the car was in drive, I was so happened to run out. To drive off, and the motherfuckers scattered and running and shit. But shit like that's happening now out here, y'all. Yes, I was in Sugar Land for a couple years before going to Arizona. I'm moving to Seguin in 2025. I miss Texas. The church is the ultimate breeding ground for degeneracy. Yeah. Sugar Land. What's NLP techniques? Yes, I know Greens Point. I used to do home health visits there. Damn, so you know all about Greens Point then. Man. Yeah, I'm by the 45 side. I'm on the side of 45. And it ain't nice at all. I currently work in Tucson by the border. It's wild out here. Oh, you by the border. Man, when you them border towns get crazy, Carrie. They get real crazy. Yeah. So that means all the drugs are over there. That means they got all the dope over there, shit. Then how they put in fentanyl and everything and killing all these people. Yeah, any border town gets crazy. But I would say if you're into any type of illegal activities, those are the towns where people make a lot of money at, right? Not that I'm saying I'm promoting that or anything, but I used to help bringing back the people illegally. I used to do that shit, and I've talked about it before on Super Slice channel. You know, we've went on there before. I've talked about it, and I'm not proud of none of that shit, right? But I'm just like, y'all, I'm out here trying to figure out ways to survive, y'all. I don't want to be another person living paycheck to paycheck. I want to be able to prosper and live and have all the nice things and all the fancy cars and the big houses. And it may be shallow, but I want it, right? Like I do want it. I've got a taste of it before, but when I have gotten a taste of it, I wasn't a married man with children. So I was a dumbass. I went and fucked off so much money on bullshit that now I think back about it, I'm like, man, if I can be having that now, then I can spoil my family the way they deserve to be. I ain't got to work and do all that shit, right? But it's all good. The blueprint's there. I'm following it. I'm going to do it again. They're on the run from the cartel and the federale. Yes, sir. They're flocking into the nursing homes here. Damn, they're going to the nursing homes too? No, here. I don't blame anyone from getting paid off of these people. Yeah. Yeah, it's all good. You know, I wasn't ever proud of me ever doing anything like that, right? But the one thing I can admit to is I've always wanted the finer things in life. I've always wanted that. So whenever I was able to do those opportunities to make money, nothing else ever paid me as good as I would make money doing shit like that. Right? I would go drive down to the border. It takes 5 hours, 6 hours to get down to the border from Houston. We do a little fucking trip and come back 6 hours. I'd make $2,500 in less than 2 days, right? Nobody was paying me that here. So of course I was going out there and trying to do this shit as much as I can. As much money as I could. I was trying to make a career out of that shit, right? But we started getting popped and getting busted, and then they start to put your picture up in the border patrol in the damn checkpoints where you cross. They got a whole binder, y'all, of everyone's pictures who they know are already suspected fucking people who are trafficking illegal immigrants. They already know. So when I started getting caught out there and getting in trouble, I said, I can't be doing that shit no more, right? I got babies I got to come home to. I got to raise these babies. I got to be a husband. Neuro-linguistic programming. This is what these preachers use on their followers. Oh yeah, like Dr. Umar, Iron 5. Yeah. He's good at it. He's good, but he be having people fucking Dr. Umar be having people sprung on his damn channels. OMG, yes, I have so many stories. Arizona doesn't do background checks on anyone. They just admit anyone who wants a bed. Man, that's crazy. That is fucking crazy. I would have never thought nursing homes were getting packed with illegal immigrants. So see, they get to come over here and reap all the benefits that we deserve first, right? We should get that shit first. If we got anything left over, if we can share it, we'll share it, right? I'm not trying to be greedy over here about it. If there's enough for all of us to go around, there's enough for all of us to go around. But I'll be damned if the people who've been here putting into the fucking taxes and paying all these fucking income taxes all these years, we should get the fucking help first. Veterans, soldiers, people who die for this country, people who've been living here all their lives, putting into the fucking Social Security pot, we should get this shit first. And then whatever's left over, we can help other people. We can share. We can share it. They got their own government, right? But like I said, they're all in on it, y'all. One world government. They're gonna all come together, and they're gonna try to bamboozle all of us. But now, the revolution's happening, y'all. More and more people are finally starting to fucking see. People like me and others on YouTube who've been telling people about the fucking celebrities, the government, the trafficking, the pedophilia, Disney, right? People have been telling us about Disney since I was a little kid, and we never wanted to believe it, right? People used to tell us about Disney whenever I was a fucking little kid. So they knew something already, right? The people in the churches, they didn't know how deep, right? But they knew there was some bad stuff about it. Lo and behold, it turns out these motherfuckers push pedophilia in their cartoons. You can't make this shit up, y'all. These corporations are so greedy. Can you please talk about trafficking immigrants a bit more? My friend is thinking about doing it from Eagle Pass to San Antonio. $800 per immigrant. Damn, that's $800 per immigrant, bro. That's cheap. Now if he's gonna get $800 per person goes directly to him, then maybe. But there's always a middleman behind it, right? Like when I would go help, there would be a crew of us of maybe like 6 or 7 people. That was a crew, and we all drove in separate vehicles, right? But the going rate was $2,000, $2,200 per person, right? So $800 per person, that sounds fucking cheap. That sounds real cheap. But if he's getting the whole $800, I would look. I'm not here to promote or push anything, right? To try to promote somebody going and doing some type of work like this, right? But if your buddy's a grown man, he's gonna decide what he wants to do either way, right? But I will say this: there's different positions that you carry when you do this work. You can be a scout, or you can be the actual coyote, right? The actual coyote is a person who's going to walk with all the illegal immigrants, because they have to cross the border. You got to pay your taxes to the cartel. Once you pay the taxes to the cartel, you cross the border and you come into the United States. And then somebody has to be their guide, right? Like a tour guide. Somebody has to be their guide and walk them through certain areas of woods and shit like that, because you have to walk around a checkpoint. Then you got people like who I was doing, where I was just in the front in a little car, and I would just ride in front of there'd be a truck behind me, and the truck behind me would have all the illegal immigrants in it. You make more money doing that. I've done that a few times, right? But that was too fucking scary, because you get caught with all them people in the truck, you're going to jail for a long time. So I've done that a few times, but I would rather prefer to just be a scout. So I would sit in a car and drive in front of the truck, and the truck would be behind me, not right behind me, maybe I'm way down the road behind me. We all be on walkie-talkies. And if I seen a border patrol coming on the other side of the highway, or a cop, then I'd get on the walkie-talkie and I'd let the people behind me know, hey, border patrol's coming. So they're far enough behind me to where they have an opportunity to stop, pull over the truck, dump the illegal immigrants, let them go into the woods, and then we keep driving. Then we'll circle back around, pick them up again, and then keep doing that shit all the way into Houston. So we would go from the valley, Edinburgh, McAllen, that area down south, to Houston. Those were $2,200 to $2,500 per person. A truck would carry 20 people, right? But you got to think about, we got a crew of 6 people. So whatever 2,200 is times 20 people, that's a lot of money, right? That's over 40 grand. But you got to pay 2,500 to me, 2,500 to the other person. The person who drives the truck with the immigrants in it, they get 5,000, right? That's what just our crew. That's what our crew was making. Sometimes it may be different, right? But the person who puts together the entire operation, the person who gets together all the people, they get most of the money, right? But if your buddy is getting $800 per person, me personally, man, I would say that's on the very, very fucking cheap end, like very low end. But then again, it's so easy to come over here nowadays. The prices might have dropped for that. I haven't done this in years, so I don't know what the prices are for that no more. But when I was doing this maybe 5 years ago, it was anywhere from $2,000 to $2,500 per person. and one truckload was 20 people. So if we successfully brought these 20 people from the valley to Houston, the moment we rode into Houston, we used to get off, as a matter of fact, right there in Sugarland is where we would go and drop them. Well, not necessarily Sugarland, but Bissonnet, like Bissonnet area or Beach Nut. I think it's like the exit right after Stafford and Sugarland. We would get off there. The people would go on about their way into a safe house, and we'd all get paid right then and there. If we didn't successfully bring back the people, we wouldn't get paid. So it was fucking, we would make sure we would bring those people back. There's not too many risks whenever you want to be a scout. If you just want to be the person in the front of the row who's watching everybody and doing the the intel and letting them know, there's not a lot of risk for that, right? Because I used to get pulled over all the time. I used to take them on fucking chases, bro. Like, I would take the border patrol on a chase because I knew the people behind me, they were onto us. So I'm like, fuck, if we don't get these people safely back, we're not getting paid. So I would do stupid shit like that. I'd take the border patrol on a chase so I can let them dump them people. And man, if I wasn't going for 2 minutes, I want to say it was 2 minutes, might have been a minute, but there was like a law where they would not catch me for evading arrest. So I would just be like, I didn't see y'all, or there was an 18-wheeler next to me, and I would do stupid shit trying to block the road or not let them pass me or do crazy shit. I would get bonuses for that shit. Like, I would legit get bonuses for doing that because we would successfully bring the people back. And I had never went to, I did get pulled over and put in their little holding centers and stuff, but they never ever kept me more than 72 hours. So I did have to go to a couple of jails out there, but never did they get me for actually fucking bringing the immigrants. Now, the person who drives the truck with the people in it, if they pop that person with the people in it, he's going to jail. That's why we would prefer for that person to also be an illegal immigrant, because they can just fucking dump the truck and run into the woods. And then you got to leave it up to the helicopters and the four-wheelers and all that shit to go find them. But I will say $800 is fucking cheap. Too risky at this point in Mexico. He said he saw an ad on Craigslist saying, oh yeah, no. Okay, yeah, no. No, if you saw an ad on Craigslist, I would definitely not fucking. That's what I'm saying, bro. You got to know somebody. You got to be connected in that industry to be able to trust and be able to go and do this, right? Because how you going to get paid, right? So that's why we used to always call this one person Boss Man. We used to call him Boss Man. And he was the one, he would hit us up and let us know, hey, we got a trip coming up for tomorrow or the next day. Get ready. So we'd shoot down to the valley, go rent a hotel room, and then the call would come. The people are ready. Go pick them up where they're at. We already know where they're at. Same safe house, whatever. We use the same trucks, same vehicles. And we always knew we were going to get paid. And we trusted this person. But now your buddy's crazy if he wants to go and do it from an ad on Craigslist. That smells of fucking law enforcement right there. Like, smells of it. They're walking right past Border Patrol through the gates now. Yeah, Carrie. I did a stream on that before. On certain days of the week, they know when to fucking cross. These Border Patrol agents are all paid off. They all got a certain amount of money for letting people have a fucking 5-minute window, or they'll give the intel on when's the best time to cross. You can just drive right through the motherfucker, right? If you can play it off to where you can dress up good enough, or if you can dress up and fix your hair to not look like an illegal immigrant, you can make it by. It's not 100%, right? But you can make it by. If you're just one person, or like you have a family member who might got deported and you want to get them over here, I will tell you, you can pass them through the fucking border. You just have to fucking dress them right, and you have to teach them how to say certain things in English properly. They got to learn how to say it, because if they question that person, you got to say something, they're going to automatically know. But everyone in the valley speaks Spanish anyway, right? So it's not even so much the language thing. It's how you look. Illegal immigrants, I hate to say it, but they have a certain look. And I mean the ones that are coming fresh from the border. They have a look, and I don't like to say this either, but they have a smell. You can smell the fucking smell inside of a vehicle when you're fucking bringing illegal immigrants from the border. It's crazy, right? It sounds unbelievable, but I promise y'all, they have a fucking distinct smell. I don't know if it's the water. I don't know if it's because fucking area. I don't know what it is, right? But there's a fucking smell that it will stay lingering in the vehicle, and they'll know this car's been bringing illegal immigrants, and they'll fucking pull that car over, X-ray it, tear that motherfucker apart, and you ain't going nowhere until they finish doing it. But I would not do it, me personally, unless I was getting $800 directly, no middleman, and I could trust the people. I wouldn't do it, right? It's $2,500 a fucking head. 2,000 is the minimum. That's the cheap end. That's the discount price that you might know somebody, or might be somebody that knows the boss man or something. But $800 is cheap. That sounds like law enforcement, bro. I wouldn't trust it. The rest of the money is kept by the guy arranging it. Yeah, man, it's not. And the fact that they would ask on Craigslist, you know, then they're being watched, right? Even if it's not law enforcement and they're legit, fucking the federal agents watch YouTube channels, bro. Like, they're watching us talk about shit that we talk about, right? And I know this for a fact. Like, I know this for 100% fact. Law enforcement be watching us on YouTube. So when I used to talk about the illegal activity and shit like that, certain little things would happen. I know for a fact they be watching. So I know that they be watching Craigslist for shit like that. I mean, I remember Backpage, right? You could order a fucking prostitute online easily, right? That was a big thing. And how did they do it? They started watching it, apparently. I mean, allegedly, they were watching it and helped bust it or whatever. But there's more fucking ways to do it now. So Craigslist is another one. You can go and fucking get prostitutes on Craigslist. So they're definitely watching. They want to bust all the low-level people, right? That way they can make it seem like that they are actually doing work out here, so the government and the fucking politicians and everyone else can continue being corrupt and getting away with it. So they're just waiting to bust all these low-level people, man. AM1, oh, man, what's good, broski? I see you, man. I see you. That's the broski, AM1. That's the fitness guru right there, bro. I got to get on that program, man. I worked at the camps before, too. Yeah, man, I used to make, it was good money, right? Don't get me wrong. Helping to bring over illegal immigrants is good money. But if you're not connected with a certain family, and if you're not knowing that you're going to get paid, it's too fucking risky, right? Like, it's too risky. It so happened that I have family that's connected with certain people, so I knew I can trust it. And there was times I made blank trips. There was times I went out there down south, stayed in a hotel room for a day, 2 days sometimes, right? Paying for gas. I mean, you'll get your money back for your gas and for the hotel room. You might even get like a little per diem, right? To eat and shit. But we're going out there for the big money. But if they catch the people in the load of the truck, you're not getting paid. You got to drive back to do that fucking walk of shame back to Houston. Nobody's getting paid. Then we got to wait for the next one. It's so easy to cross immigration checkpoints now. All they ask, if you're an American citizen, they let you right on through. Yeah, that's why you got to be able to speak the lingo. If you can look the part and you can speak the lingo, you can get past the Border Patrol. You could do it. But the ones who are coming straight from the border with no type of change in their clothes or their appearance, like, we used to go as far as to take these people to Walmart to shop, get them haircuts, put cologne on them, dress them up certain ways, because, you know, certain people would be paying premiums, right? Because you got people coming from fucking all over, Muslims, all type of shit, coming through Mexico. And these people pay sometimes $5,000 up to $10,000 to get into the country. And when it was one of those people, we would take our time with these people and be like, nah, we're gonna bring them in the car with us. We're gonna pass. And we've done it before. We've passed them through the checkpoint several times, right? You just gotta look the part. You gotta look the part. But those are the people paying them premiums, yo. They will pay up to $10,000 for one person to get across that border. So that's whenever the shit becomes worth it. You get you two or three of those people a month, man, you never have to fucking work again a day in your life, right? But it's not nothing that you can continue doing, right? Because I will say this, everybody eventually will get caught. Everybody. And I'm not saying you're going to get caught and go and do a lot of time, right? But you'll get caught. You will get caught. The first time you get caught, that's it. They got your picture in that binder. They got your picture at all the Border Patrol stations. When you cross the fucking checkpoints, the same way they have these cameras on the easy tags and the toll roads or in different parts of the world, you can't cross a fucking easy tag or a toll road without paying, and they're going to get your license plate. They'll get your ass on camera driving with the damn steering wheel like this right here. They'll get full fucking picture of you. They got those same fucking cameras at the borders and the checkpoints. So once you pass, I don't know what type of system it is that they have set up, but they're gonna pull you over down the road. You might be able to get through the checkpoint, but if you've been caught and arrested before for doing it, you pass the checkpoint, and sure enough, a few minutes later, the fucking border patrol's gonna be behind you, pulling you over, ask you what you're doing out here, what's your business, what you got going on, try to see if you're doing any trafficking, right? Everybody gets caught, bro. Everybody. You might get away with 1, 2, 3, 4. You might get away with 10 times. But just know, everybody gets caught sooner or later. And that's with everything, yo. That's with everything. Unless, of course, you're a fucking politician, or you work in government, or the police force. Then you can get away with everything, right? If I could do it all over and go back in time, I would be a cop. I would be a fucking law enforcement officer. I'd be a fucking crooked one, right? And I'm just keeping it real with y'all. I'm keeping 100% real. I'd be a crooked fucking cop. But I would get away with all the bullshit, right? So yeah, no lie, y'all. If I can do it all over, I probably would be a cop. Only because, like I say, I do enjoy all the finer things in life. I want to go on all these trips with my family, take all these fucking trips, do all the fun shit, ski fucking jet skis and four-wheelers, and I would like to do all that shit. And it always seems like the law enforcement officers always get to fucking do all this shit. Right? They get all the bonuses, qualified immunity. They get to go out there and do whatever the fuck they want. They're fucking bullies, right? Why I can't stand there? Because they're a bunch of bullies. Even East Indians are coming through now. They fly into Mexico and walk across. Yeah, hey, they pay good money though, Kerry. Them Indians, they pay some good money. Well, like I said, I ain't done this shit like in over 5 years now. But back then, they were paying up to 10 grand for one person. And sometimes these Indian families would come together as a whole unit. Husband, wife, daughter, and son, right? 4 people. And they would pay that $40,000 to get all those over there. So we would take our time, put those people to the side, away from the Mexican illegal immigrants, and let the immigrants walk through the woods. And they would have to walk for miles. And I mean miles. And y'all know it gets hot in Texas. It gets fucking hot. So there's times when these people are walking out there and we can't successfully get to them at that time. So they'd have to stay the night out there in the woods a couple nights sometimes. They ran out of water and snacks. Like, the shit gets ugly. It gets bad. But the payoff would be worth it majority of the time, right? But I can't live like that, yo. That's why I'm running the YouTube up. That's why, I'm going to keep working a little bullshit job for now. Keep doing my YouTube. And I'm going to get that fucking YouTube plaque. I'm going to get those YouTube direct deposits. And y'all going to see me on here. Because I'm a stunt. I'm going to stunt. I ain't even going to lie to y'all. When I get the big house, I'm going to do it all, right? YouTube's going to pay for all that shit. I can't keep doing the illegal stuff. I can't do it, y'all. I've been to jail too many times. And now I got babies to look after. I got a wife at home. So, I want to come home. I just want to be home with them. I met an Indian whose brother-in-law is a doctor here and paid for him to come across. Yeah. They come over here, become doctors and shit like that. You best believe they're going to get their family over here, right? They are. And they can say all they want. They never do it legally. Now they bullshit. They get their family over here illegal too. All of them do that shit. It's the quickest, easiest way to do it, right? It takes 6 months sometimes if you want to try to do it the proper way. It ain't always that fucking easy though. I'm a trucker. Some truckers fantasize about bringing in special powder cargo, retire after a couple of trips. Man, I'd be scared to do that one, bro. That one I'd be scared to do. Because, I've thought about even going and getting my CDL to become a trucker. And the temptation would be there, right? But that one I would be scared to do. Because you bringing in some dope across the border, not only are you going to get fucked with law enforcement, but whoever's dope that was, whoever's package that was, you got to worry about that and your family too. Man, that gets scary, man. That gets scary because, I fear no man. I'm not scared of no man. I will fucking squabble up and throw hands with any fucking man around, right? But these people will come in fucking numbers and kidnap you and do some crazy shit to your family. And I'm scared of that, right? You goddamn right I'm scared of that. I'm brave, but I ain't stupid. I'd be scared to fucking lose someone's package of hundred thousands of dollars worth of dope. But man, truckers be getting through the border all the time, daily. Y'all know they send a fucking decoy to get busted on purpose so they can bring in all the other shit behind them, right? They do some crazy shit out there on the border, y'all. But nah, don't get me wrong, man. The temptation is always there for me because, for one, I dislike the government so much. I can't stand their ass. And two, like I say, I like to find things in life. So I've dabbled in different things before to be able to make money, right? And it was good at times. It was good, but the bad times, man, I don't get none of that time back, y'all. All that lost time, I don't get none of that back. So that's why I'm saying now I got babies and I got a family. I'll be damned if I go get caught up doing some dumb shit now. Now we got ways like this. I'm talking to all of y'all in different parts of the world right now. And I'm able to make money from this shit, y'all. It's exciting. Like, right? Like, I get goosebumps thinking about this shit sometimes. Like, I actually found something that I'm kind of decent at. People are starting to fuck with me. And it turns out I can make money from this shit. I ain't got to do nothing illegal, nothing crazy, risk going to jail. Man, now this is the type of shit I see as like, this is the American dream, right? But it ain't never going to really happen until we all come together and put belt to ass, y'all. That's the only way. So like I'm retouch on the topic one more time, because I'm about to be in here for 2 hours already. I ain't even thinking shit. See, when all my people come and fuck with me, all of my day ones, man, y'all make this shit go by so fast, y'all. I still get stage fright when I come on here and do fucking lives on YouTube. Like, I can't even lie. I get stage fright. But sure enough, y'all come and y'all make it easy for me, man. But like I said, y'all, Event 201, sponsored by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. They simulated the pandemic in 2020. And you got Q, Trust the Plan. 201 people running that operation. No coincidences, y'all. Operation Trust, Hitler, how they put all the propaganda out there. Operation Trust, Trust the Plan, Donald Trump. No coincidences, y'all. I enjoy lives like these. That's because I learned something that's engaging. Man, I appreciate you, Clo Fortune. That's why I fuck with y'all. But, like I always say, y'all, I appreciate every single one of y'all who come over here and rock with me. Y'all got to keep your eyes open in these times, y'all. Y'all got to. And all y'all stay safe out there, y'all. I'll catch y'all on the next one.